Hello everybody and welcome to the Markers and Monsters live stream on a special day. I am just getting set up here, so I'm on a couple minutes early. We're going to see how everything comes along here. Got to make sure my stuff is all muted. That is important. And let me test the chat too. Make sure all that's coming through, which would be good. And as long as I receive them on my end, yes, I do indeed. So chat is good to go. Looks like everything's good to go. And as always, if the music here is a little too loud or something like that, feel free to jump in and let me know. You know. So let me turn that down just a tiny bit. There we go. Good deal, folks. Hopefully you can still hear it, but it's not too loud. Hopefully everything's awesome. Hopefully y'all are doing great out there. I know I'm doing terrific. Happy to be here on a Wednesday. Kind of a weird day for this, but like I've thrown in the description, I want to do some digital coloring tomorrow. Something that we've never done on this show before. And I'd like to. And in order for that to happen, I want to make sure that this drawing is fully inked and ready to go. And so we're here today working on that. This is exactly where we left it last week. I haven't touched it since then, other than to move it off the table for a little bit so I could do other things. Got my eraser here. We can actually start off with some of the lines here. Some of them we could start erasing, because that's going to give us a good idea of what our actual inks look like. And any kind of touch-ups we need to make, we can work on that. And normally I'll wait until the very end to do all the erasing, but with this, I figured let's get it off of there now. We can see what kind of details we need, what we want to put in, all that kind of fun stuff. Doesn't need to be a ton of erasing done right now, but just, you know, just a wee little bit. Ooh. And that's one of the problems with using the brush here to do ink rather than a technical pen. I don't know if you folks can see it, but let me wipe this away. Right here are streaks. That meant the ink is not dry there. There's a little bit of wet ink left, and I can even feel it. I can kind of knock it away with my hand here. So something we can fix, no worries. But, you know, it's been 6 days, and it's still not completely dry, so that's always fun. Hi, All About Art. How you doing today? Good to see you, and welcome to the stream. All right. So that's good. I feel good about her face. I feel good about how the inks look. I think I would like maybe just a little more thicker lines on her helmet and around her jawline. It's a little too thin. Let me get out my ink, and we can get rocking and rolling with that. But now the trick is, I love this. I have all these pens here. I have this drawing. I have all this stuff set up. It's traveling through the interwebs, all the tubes through the camera. You can hear me speaking. Set all that up beforehand, and now I have no idea where my bottle of ink is. So give me a second. Oh man, where'd you go, ink? Ah. Ink doesn't go over by the model kits. Ink goes by the art supplies. Thanks, All About Art. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want him to have like kind of a scary but also kind of a kooky, like cartoonish feel, you know? kind of the best of both worlds. Okay, so I'm gonna just zip down a little bit of ink there. We can get rocking and rolling. I'm going to use my tiny little quadruple zero brush, which is super small. We can get into this. So a little bit. Oh, and I should grab a quick piece of scrap paper. Here we go. Made of Bristol, same paper, and this way I can get just a little bit of, see what my lines are going to look like. Like that's even a little thicker than I want. It's always handy to have little pieces of scratch paper to do that. And if you can get them that are the same material as the paper you're drawing on, all the better. And all about art. So I've done this drawing entirely on the live stream so far. So that would be about 2 hours. I would say maybe a little bit longer doing the... I had no idea for this drawing. This was from blank sketchbook paper to what you see now. Probably about 2 hours and some change for just the pencil drawing, which isn't bad. And then a little more than 2 hours last week to get the inks to where they are now. So current time involved with this is like, I don't know, 4 to 5 hours, something like that. More than 4, probably less than 5. And hello, Lightbringer and your waving penguin. How are you today, sir? Good to see ya. I was working on art last night watching you guys play Stardew. It was good. Sorry I didn't comment or anything, but I had paintings to work on. I couldn't really jump in and say much, but it was entertaining. Okay. So there we go. Just made her face a little bit better. We'll work on this here later. Another thing I'd like to mention, if you guys were in here last week, is that being that I plan fully to color this digitally, that is determining how I do the inking. If this was just going to be black and white, it would have much fuller inks. There would be less big spaces of emptiness, if that makes any sense. All right, all about art. Sounds good. Thank you for stopping by. And be sure to check my Facebook or Instagram page, Colin Richards Art. You could see how this looks by the end of the day. Have a good sleep, and goodbye. And Lightbringer, thank you. I'm glad to hear it, man. That's cool. I always try to get on when I can, but sometimes it's rare to be able to. But yeah, I was happy to jump on yesterday. It was pretty cool. Was that yesterday or Monday? Oh God, I can't even remember. There we go. Just a little beefier than that. Get that line a little beefed up. So last week, Nathan won my little contest to see if the arms would be furry or smooth. And he got furry, so let's give this dude some furry arms. So just these nice little fur lines in here. Nothing special. Doesn't need to be anything special. Okay, cool, so I'm not crazy and just running out of time. The days, they become the same in my brain. And then from there I can just add in some nice little texture bits. Zippity-doo-dah, just like that. Yeah, I think it was yesterday that I was watching you guys play Stardew. You know, it's crazy. When I was like 15, I would like wake up, do a full day of school, learn all this crap I'll never use, come home, play like 24 or not 24, 12 hours of Final Fantasy games. And then somebody could be like, what did you have for breakfast 5 days ago? And I'd be able to tell you, no problem. Now, as an adult, yeah. What'd you do yesterday? I have no idea what I did yesterday. Such is life, though. All right, I'm going to wash this off. I'm going to get my water cup and the camera. Fresh water this time, not that painting muck I had last week. I'm going to switch over to the this 5.0 Princeton Elite. I, speaking of Stardew Valley, downloaded the latest version with the new stuff in it. So I'd love to give that a whirl one of these days. I know there's a new collection quest and things like that, so that's pretty dang cool, and I'm into it. That sounds like fun. Question mark. Linear algebra reviews. You know what, though? If you're into it, it might be fun. I don't know. I don't know enough about linear algebra. Did you enjoy it? Let's get that fur going. Okay, now we come to a nice tricky bit. Ooh, bad reviews. I'm sorry to hear that, man. So as you can see, we're not making the hair nearly as dense behind the fishbowl there. But we are keeping it going, so there's an implied line there. When we get into the coloring too, it's going to be all right. It's no worries. And then as his arm comes down this way, we have a bit of arm coming this way. And again, he's furry. Hello, CJ. How are you doing? Yes, sir. Drawloween. I am excited as all heck about it. The calendar, I don't know if you've seen on Facebook. They released the calendar September 1st. And it's already got my mind just like, you know, thinking of the possibilities, and I couldn't be more excited. How about yourself? Are you going to work on Drawloween this year? Either do videos or do, you know, daily drawings, or heck, I would advocate anybody to just do the drawings, you know, even if you don't show them to people. Although I love seeing the drawings. And the foundation of modern AI, that's fascinating. Very fascinating. Let me turn my phone down. What would the opposite of linear be? I'm trying to think in terms of mathematics. Linear algebra. No, I would assume non-linear, but I'm assuming there's a better name for it than that. CJ, that's awesome, man. And Dan, that's cool. That's awesome. The duck streams, very, very cool. Are you gonna try Drawloween? I think you should. Get into it. Get excited. Okay, so non-linear as opposed to linear. Let's give this guy some furry shoulders. And hello, Bear Bear. Welcome to the stream. This is a special stream this week to just get the inking on this wrapped up so that we can do our digital color at the same time tomorrow. So 2 streams this week. Tomorrow I'll be streaming 3 to 5 as normal. Today is 2 to 4 just to get all this done to prepare for tomorrow, which I'm excited about. Get pumped. You know, I'm glad when anybody works on like art and stuff. And there's lots of things that are art. I guess what I'm referring to is I am like a huge fan of creative endeavors, if that makes any sense. I love seeing people create things, whether they're like authors and they're writing, or artists, or musicians, or interpretive dancers. You know, it is all good, man. I'm glad to hear it, CJ. I'm glad to hear it. Not that you had a rough month, of course, but that you're not letting that stop you. So that is awesome and good to hear. I hope your rough month gets better. I hope that whatever is happening, Drawloween, you know, helps it feel a little better. I know whatever is happening in my life, Halloween makes me feel so excited. You know? Yeah, I can imagine that, Light. And learning Scottish songs, ooh, color me excited. That sounds awesome. Okay, let's get some lines up this way. Bear Bear, just keep at it, man. My art sucked for a long time. I mean, by a lot of standards, it still does, but you just got to keep creating and keep pushing forward. Some of the greatest films of all time were made by Edward D. Wood Jr., who by all admission from me, had very little talent, but that didn't stop him. And now we have the beauty that is Glen or Glenda, Plan 9 from Outer Space, and my favorite of his, Bride of the Monster. So don't let a thing like having no talent stop you from creating. Because one day you could make Bride of the Monster. Which is amazing. Everybody should see that movie, by the way. Balulu My Lammy. That sounds pretty cool. Now, what language is that in? That's not Gaelic. Gaelic is Irish, right? I think. What language would Scottish songs be in? Or is it just called Scottish? I don't know. Educate me. Hey, that's awesome, CJ. I'm excited to hear that. I'm going to have to check it out, man, on Twitter. And Bear Bear, never give up. Never surrender. And in English. Oh, cool. Are they like traditional songs? Like, maybe not nursery rhymes. That's not the word I'm looking for. But like, you know, just like traditional stuff of the region. Never give up. Never surrender. Never stop singing. Goddish songs. Boom. Traditional, cool. Bear, that's exactly it, man. You shouldn't compare your art to others. Not in that respect. Don't get hung up on, ooh, this person's better than me or that. Because you're competing against yourself, as it were, you know? Like, I want to make my drawings better than my previous drawings. That's my goal. You know? Look to others for inspiration, but don't... You can't do that thing where you're down on yourself. Because I'll never be as good, or let's say as prolific as like Frazetta or Wally Wood or Al Williamson or any of those guys whom I love, but like, that's okay, man. You just got to keep trying. You just got to keep going. CJ, I will check that out. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad they spotlighted it, man. That's terrific. And Bear, yeah, when I was young, I would do that same kind of thing too, but let me tell you, it's one of those things that comes with age. You just learn, like, not to just give a crap about other people, and you gotta just do you, you know? Look for inspiration, always look to challenge yourself, but you can't be what's the word I'm looking for? You can't be, like, so down on yourself with it. You just gotta go out there and you got to do the best you can do. And you got to not say, oh, I wasn't good enough. You just got to say, well, I learned something. I'm going to do better. Charles Schultz, the Peanuts guy, Charlie Brown, right, said, and I'm probably misquoting this, but like everybody has, 10,000 bad drawings in them. Better get them out of the way. And that's how I like to look at it, There you go, Bear. You can dethrone me off of my monster empire. Light, I like that. I like that a lot. I dig that like a garden. Alright, let's give this guy some drool and slobber because he's a giant alien monster. Of course he's going to be drooling and slobbering. That's, obviously. What? Bear? I have no idea. And nobody's reading kitty porn, I don't think. Alright. There's some slobber. There we go. And I think we'll leave that for now. That seems pretty good. I don't want to muddy it up too much and her gun's going to get lost. There we go. Let's move on over here to the left. We'll start putting this stuff in. Let's do some little craters here. Not craters, the opposite of. Stalagmites. That's the ticket. So what do you think, guys? My initial concept was this was kind of a barren landscape that she's on, right? And she found a footprint and this creature came out. But now that I'm looking at it, with the addition of our little Astro Brains baby, and our amoeboid right here that you can't see right now. Maybe we could have a little like creature like peeping out from behind here. What do you guys think about that? And what kind of creature would you like to see if we do that? You guys let me know. And let's see. Oh, that's right, Bear Bear. Yeah, I said if my art was used without my permission in Kitty Porn Monthly, I'd be upset. I still would, but I'm probably never going to see that. CJ, yeah, I agree. There's some that are going to be crazy, but it'll be fun nonetheless. It'll be a fun challenge, you know. All right, so let's get in here with the 3. Put this in. Yeah, Bear Bear, sure. Whatever you say. Let's give him, I don't know, what do you guys think? Some scales? Maybe do some scales. I don't know. We can do that. Okay. There we go. That just adds a little bit of extra texture, which I want. Let's see. Oh, Adventure Time ended. I'll have to check that out. And I'm not a 90-year-old woman, but thanks for trying, Bear Bear. All right. So we can start to add little chin here. Nothing major like that. Okay, Bear Bear. Watch yourself. Because you're going to get you're on the banned for life train. As you're going currently. Watch yourself. Alright, so there we go. The head's a little more refined here. Like that. I like that. I know, Bear Bear. Keep it cool, man. We're all cool. We're like a bunch of Fonzies in here, so keep it cool. There we go. And now we can move on to, I don't know, we can figure out her, I could twist this around a bit here. Let's do up here into these planets then, guys. So what do you guys think for the planets? Give me some ideas if you have them. I definitely want there to be 2 planets because that's just alien to me. Should the little one be in front of the big one or behind? Do we want either of these planets to have some rings on them? I think that might be a little too much. Maybe we'll just do regular planets, but we could maybe have some flying creatures in the background here. Some Byakhis or something weird like that, just cruising around. You guys tell me. Light, good luck, have fun. Don't kill anybody. Try and enjoy yourself. There we go. Smaller planet is in front. Yeah, CJ, I think that might be cool. And we'll work on the colors, like I said, tomorrow during the live stream, so we can do that. So let's grab the template, because I want to make sure I get these nice big old perfect circles. There we go. I'm going to go ahead with the 03 here. Blue, green, or red, black. Yeah, that works. Either one. I think it'll be fun tomorrow to kind of get in there and determine those things. You know? And maybe one of them will be like a gas giant. You know what I mean? But we're going to determine today about like what these are going to look like. So maybe the big one's like a gas giant, like stripy, like Jupiter. And maybe this one's got some craters on it. Or the reverse. You know? The reverse is always true. And Bear, you don't suck, man. Just chill, brother. We're all good here. We're all adults, and we're all having a good time. Just got to get these little planets put in. I've been watching Bob Ross videos, so I got him on the brain. Maybe in your world, a little planet lives right up here. Maybe in your world, it's a big old gas giant. Whatever you want. It's your world. So that'll work. And then I think I'm going to use the brush to put in the clouds because they're going to have a lot of, there's variation, you know, in line thickness. Let's get these guys just tossed right in there. One thing when I do the inking, no matter if I'm going to do it digital color or marker afterwards, you know, that always does change how I approach the drawing. But one thing I like to do with this is make sure that it looks good in both black and white and in color. It might not look as amazing as something that was just going to be black and white, that was always intended for that. But still, I like to make sure it doesn't look bad, you know. There we go. Nice, nice. The planet Colin rocks. You think it might be too much? Yeah, we'll see. Once I get the clouds in, that'll kind of determine. You might be right. The planet SpaceGal here is on his planet Claire, as we determined last week. So I don't know, maybe Colin Rocks is up there. We'll see. Maybe there's a mining colony on this planet called Colin's Rocks. See? There we go. Now it's called world building. Oh. A little bit of world building. I agree with you, CJ. I agree. I think it might be good there. And then we can let that skyline show in the digital, in the colors. Because I initially was looking at this earlier this week, and I was thinking to myself, oh, you know, I could ink the sky in black, put in those stars as I normally do with the white paint pen, you know, all that fun stuff. But I don't know, maybe just leaving it that way I can make the sky a color other than black, like a super dark purple or super dark red or green or something. go. Just get some stuff like that. I agree with you, CJ. I personally am I'm a details guy. Like, I love adding in little fiddly bits and details and line hatchings. But you're right, and that's something that's, I will admit, I think it's hard to learn the when to quit, you know? When to just, like, stop and walk away from it and say, you know, this is enough. This gets the point across without being too much. And that is tough, I feel. But I think it's one of those just growth things, like, you're never going to be able to be, like, taught that in a way. Like, you're going to know when enough's enough from having done it. And correct, Bear. A kingdom is a land ruled by a king or queen. I'd love to be a king one day. You know, just rule over a group of people, have them do my bidding, wear a shiny crown on one of those capes with the white with the black dots on it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Those king capes, they have the things with the white dots on them. You know, CJ, I was at a workshop years ago. I've probably mentioned this before. I've only got so many stories, folks, and I've already told them all to you. But I was Todd Lockwood, maybe not a workshop, like a discussion, a lecture. And Todd Lockwood, who did a bunch of the drawings for the D&D manuals, he did the covers for a lot of the Drizzt novels, if you guys know what those are. And anywho, he said that a book cover, which essentially is what he was talking about, but I mean this relates to all art. But a book cover is like a movie, right? And every movie has a star. And once you nail that down, the rest of it's just like, doesn't even matter that much, you know? And so that's just it, you know? Once you iron out, like, this girl, she's the star, and this guy, he's like, this part is the star. The rest of this stuff is just like, you don't have to worry so much about it, you know? Bear, thank you. I'd love to be a king. I wanted to marry Kate Middleton so I could have been King of England, but no. She had to go marry Prince William. What's he got that I don't, guys? Other than fabulous riches, a generous spirit as he spent his free time jumping out of helicopters to rescue people. Oh well. All right, CJ, sounds good, man. And exactly, Bear. The red capes with the white fur with the black dots around the collar, that's what I want to wear. And Nathan, hello. Exactly. The classic king cape. That's what I need, folks. It's oh, hold on, here. I got it. Oh, in my bag of hats, I have this king hat, and it's got, see, this looks like they skinned a freaking Dalmatian, but it's generally the same thing. You know, the red with that on. good stuff. I'm actually going to wear this hat now. It makes me feel better. Get gold chains because, you know, when you got gold, you're rich. A bloody cape and a pumpkin crown. That sounds pretty good and specific. That'd make a good movie. The King of Halloween. Okay, so did you guys decide? Do we want a creature looking out here? Some kind of like thing is peeking out from behind this. We could definitely do that. That sounds good, Bear Bear, except you forget I have no enemies. I'm a born diplomat, baby. Make friends. You know, we could have a little dude peeking out. I don't know. It's whatever you guys think. Although how she didn't see it, I don't know. Okay, so, spaceship time. Let's make sure this is nice and dry here. Because I'm going to grab my French curves here real quick. There we go. Oh, CJ, sounds good, man. I hope you're doing good. I'm looking forward to checking out your intro video on your, you know, wherever your stuff's going to be on YouTube or Twitch. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you, man. Have a good one. All right, so to get this spaceship nice and symmetrical, I'm going to use my French curves. This is just a cheapo set here, so I can make them perfect on either side. Come on, French curves. Get out of there. There we go. And because these get dirty, I don't know how, I like to just wipe them off real quick before I use them and when I'm done. Sounds good, CJ. We'll see you, man. Take care. Yeah, and if you stop by tomorrow, 3 to 5, and I'll be coloring this bad boy. Now it's the matter of finding the exact right curvature I want for this ship. That might not be too bad there. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want something a little less curve. Something close to what I have, but let's flip this sucker over. It's always fun to try to get this just right. Oh, my king hat bumped the top of the thing. Damn. Okay. So let's see if this works out. Okay, so that's one. And where were we about there, I think? There we go. What do you guys think about that? Should I actually take it just a wee bit further out? Yeah. Get that curve just real nice. I think that'll make a nice looking rocket ship. What do you guys think? So let us then... Whew, I'm just going to try to freehand this sucker. wish me luck. Hey. Let's get on my little scratch piece because I want to make sure I get this line just so. And on we go. Retro rockets are a go, Nathan. You got it. It's the countdown. Here we go. Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Philip Jeffries. We're getting there. This is ground control to Major Tom. My wife hates that song. And I say, but it's David Bowie. And she says, I don't care. I just don't care, Colin. It's fun. We have fun. Okay. Focus, Colin. Get your brain in the zone. There we go. It's not too bad. There we go. It's okay. It's not horrible. It's okay. But it's David Bowie. You just don't get it. He's a national treasure. Bear, I love my wife to death, but yeah, she probably doesn't like most Michael Jackson songs. But Maria, it's Michael Jackson. It's the Thriller video. Oh, guys, Halloween's coming, and that means I'm going to watch the Thriller video soon. Am I excited? Yeah, I am. Very excited. Okay, cool. Now we can add in the little landing fins here. I'm going to give these guys just a little bit of some texture here. A little shadow. I like that. Bear, I just might because I love the Thriller music video. I watched it so much as a kid around Halloween time because it was on TV. I actually rented it. You used to be able to get a tape of it. I wish I could find that. That's the Thriller music video. And then the cool making of special. Always used to be on TV. Love that. Exactly, Bear. Halloween is a special time. Do the thruster down here. Which I always find interesting about these rockets. Like, I love this, right? Like, there's this big flippin' rocket thruster at the base of this rocket ship. you know, great. But look where the door is. It's right there. Like, the door should be up here, and this should all be thruster. But nope. Nope, that's how we're rolling this sucker. This giant rocket thruster that will allow us to escape the pull of gravity, to reach escape velocity. And it's only about, I don't know, 10 feet. Maybe less than that. 3 feet. Michael Jackson is a treasure. Say what you will about Michael Jackson, and believe me, there's lots to say. But the music is amazing. And that Thriller video, dang. Michael Jackson knew what the heck he was doing with that sucker. Alright, we got the ladder going. Let's get in these other stabilizing fins. Knowing that this is going to be digital too, it's nice because any mistakes I make can be cleaned up digitally. So if I make a mistake with a rocket, that is a long ladder for Claire to climb at the end of a hard day of running from aliens. But you know, that's how it rolls. Let's add a nice little metallic like zing on this ship. Right. I'm just going to come up here. Just follow that curve down. And then we're going to do another one. Just like so. Fill some of it in black and then start just a wee little bit. Amen to that, man. Amen to that. Okay, cool. That's good. Pardon me. Damn. Need some water. I already have it in my head now. Oh, Bear, you gotta see the Thriller music video and the making of. It's great. Yeah, Nathan, I'm looking very much forward to watching that. That's going to be very exciting and just a lot of fun. Halloween is the best time. It's the time when I don't have to pretend to be normal anymore. Thank God. Some little, I don't know what the heck you'd call them, dirt lines. Smooth Criminal is a great song, but Thriller is about like werewolves and zombies and crap, so it wins by default. That's all there is to it. Right. I know what you mean. See, people are like, they want to have like regular conversations. You know, it's so weird, like in society. They're like, hi, how are you? What's new in your life? And I think we as a society need to move past all that garbage that nobody cares about And just like, instead of saying, hello, how are you? I hope things are going well for you. I just start with, hello. So have you ever seen the Thriller music video? What did you think about the dancing zombies? And we can just move right into that, you know? Afternoon, what do you think of the Bruce-sploitation films of Bruce L.I.? Instead of all this cockamamie learning about people and their interests, just get right into it. Hi, Colin. I'm your new neighbor. Hey, nice to meet you. So who would win in a fight, Godzilla or Gamera? That should be how we live our life, folks. Godzilla versus Gamera discussions all the live long day. Okay, let's see here. You know what I think we can do better on? Let's put a little detail on this bag of hers. It's a little plain Jane for my tastes. Not much. We don't need much. What do you guys think would make for a cooler Michael Jackson Thriller drawing video? That zombie Michael or the werewolf Michael? Like, what would be cooler? Because I think I'm going to do a Thriller marker drawing to take with me to Erie Comic-Con in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll make a little video on it. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Zombie Michael or werewolf Michael? Maybe the famed meeting between Michael Jackson and Vincent Price, where he said, "Please be in my music video. Please do the voice." Hi, Proto Man. How you doing today? Zombie. So, 1 vote for Zombie Michael Jackson, folks. I can dig it. Thank you. Yeah, that would be fun to do. Talk about the Thriller music video. Have some fun with that. Alright, there's a little something to make that bag a little less boring. Which Gamera villain do you think personifies your childhood as a whole? No, that should be the first ever question you ask someone if you're giving them a job interview. Like, if I needed an assistant, which I do, but I can't afford to pay anybody. But if I needed an assistant, that would be the first interview question. All right, sounds like we got 2 votes for Zombie. Sounds good. Bear and Proto Man, thank you guys very much. That's really good, Nathan. That basically sums up pretty much everything I want to know about a person right there. Bear, usually every time I close my eyes, to answer your question. close my eyes and there they are. They're dancing. I love it. So zombie Michael Jackson. That sounds like a lot of fun, you guys. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a good video. Alright, so this is a little shadow underneath of the big snake alien furry dude guy. I don't know. I don't know what his name is. Let's give a little bit of shadow underneath of our SpaceGal Claire here. I'm just using the 03 pen to just lay in some lines. So the dirt here, I'm going like horizontally with little dashes and lines here, so it's good to keep those shadows just flowing along with it at that, keep that trend. And I can add in little like little rocky bumps, stuff like that here, there. It's all good. I have on, you guys can't see this, but on my TV I'm watching B-movie TV with the sound off. And I don't know what Kung Fu movie's on, but it is redonkulous. I love it. I have no idea what's happening. That's the best way to watch some crappy 70s Kung Fu movie. Love it. Love it, love it. Darken the strap up just a pinch. There we go. Good deal. Okay. In the background here, we can add in a couple more light mountains. Kind of like foothills, you know. So the peaks aren't quite as jagged. They're still there. Still keeping it going. It's a Bruce Lee imitator movie. It's a Bruce-sploitation flick. I have no idea which one it is. There we go. Got some foothills going. Which I like. I can start to add in these little rock formations here. Just boom. Slap them in there like it ain't no thing. Little tiny bit of shadow. We don't need much. And the Blob song was just coming on. Gotta love that. Okay, cool, cool. So what do you guys think? I think I'm going to do a little creature peeking out from behind the rocks. What kind of alien creature do we want? We got a baby Astro Brain here. We got an amoeboid up there. Should we do something that's a, you know, with like claws or tentacles, or maybe like a traditional gray alien peeking his head out? Oh, and Nathan. It was right here. You mean this movie? It's not this movie. I literally don't have to move from my chair to get that story of Ricky. It's so close. All right, yeah. Unless you guys have any suggestions, I'm gonna make it like a little gray alien, your traditional little gray alien poking his head out from behind here. Doesn't have to be very big. Just a little guy. It's my world. Little aliens live there. So let me see if I can zoom us in a bit so you guys can see what's going on. Might be a little grainy, but hopefully you can see a little better. Hi, Magic One Bar. How you doing today? Magic One Bar, are you saying alien like the xenomorph type alien, like with the elongated head? Yeah, we might be able to do something like that. Might be fun. If Bruce Lee and Jackie had a baby, Chan Lee. There's your name, Chan Lee. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a traditional gray alien poking his head out. Maybe that'd be good. And then I think I'm going to do even more, just some like random foothill typey deals right there, just to cement that in. And we could start to see they have like the rock spires on them. Like that. That would be fun. And then our light source is coming from here. So our rocket shadow is going to be moving mainly this way. Almost underneath of it. I don't want to add too many shadows here with the pens, with the ink, because tomorrow when we do the color, I will be able to add those shadows in. I like this because it's a more intense shadow. But for now, let's go with this is the 03 again. You can add in just a hint of a shadow here. Just a whisper. There we go. Just a little bit. That'll be good. And now I feel like there is a big void right there. And we got to get that filled in. I don't like that. I don't like a big negative space. So I'm going to just start to put in a couple more of these rock formations that are just in front. And as they get closer to the foreground, make them just a wee bit thicker. And the shadows get a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Pronounced. Pronounced. That's good. That's a wee bit better, just a bit. And back here, this last of this foothills area. As you can see, I'm just using the pencil as like a rough guide. It's not like I have to do it exact. Now that's because I'm inking my own stuff. If I was penciling for somebody else to ink, I would definitely make it just a little bit crisper, since I wouldn't have control over it at that point. go. Something like that. That's cool. I dig it, folks, like a garden. And maybe some back here, just some smaller ones even behind. And those I can almost fully shadowed. I like that. Okay, so cool. Let's get out the smallest pen. The 05. Actually, it's the second. The penultimate smallest. I can put in some just weak little tiny lines there. They don't have to be anything spectacular. Just shoot them in. Shoot them in. Who cares? Just bang. Not too many, not too few. That's right, guys. If you're following along home, put in the exact correct amount. Another little rock formation here to eat up some of that negative space. Good. I'm happy with how this is turning out. What I'm going to do is give it just a minute here to kind of dry up. I can start working at the top, but I'm going to erase some of these lines so we can see a little more clearly what we're working with, and then add in details as necessary now that the big bulky outline parts are done. Actually, let me grab my bigger eraser. Let's work on getting this thing erased. And hopefully, with any luck, all this ink is dry. The pen stuff I'm not worried about. It's the stuff that comes from the brush. That can cause some issues. And we can think about putting in some like flying creatures, some other details and stuff here soon. Once it's all erased, it'll give us a better inkling of what we're looking at. Think about where we need to add some detail. Definitely with her chest area, like we discussed last week. Maybe we'll put in a like a control panel and some hoses or something. Something fun like that. Get as much of this pencil off of here as we can for now, and dust her off. Whoop. As I bang the drawing off my microphone. Good job. Good. Bet Bob Ross never busted a microphone with his own painting. Maybe he did. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so in just looking at this here, some of the areas I feel like they're a little problematic, and you guys point out things too if you want, but her chest area definitely needs something happening there. I'm thinking a cool control panel will go nice there. And then as much as I feel like these foothills are going to look great when they're colored, right now they're kind of leaving something to be desired. Same with the sky. So you guys tell me what you're thinking, if you have any thoughts. If not, if you're just here to watch and relax, cool. Enjoy. Yeah, but I'm thinking about putting some like cratery bits here on this planet. Maybe making this like a little bit of a gas giant, you know, something like that. I think would add some nice texture. Additionally here, maybe some clouds, some additional like zippy clouds or something. You know, just something to break up the monotony of blank space is what I want. And then in the foothills here, we'll figure something out. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe some lines here for shadows, something like that. Something to consider is when I'm in doing it digitally tomorrow, I can remove lines or add lines as necessary. But I kind of want this drawing to be able to stand on its own too. You know, even if it's a little simple because of the coloring, but as a black and white, I want someone to look at this and say, I want this framed on my wall. Like, that's what I want. So let's see, Nathan. Space bats coming from the direction of the rocket. You got it, man. That we had them kind of in there earlier. Like, kind of like stuff in the sky here. I think that's going to be freaking awesome. Don't overpack. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Bear. Like we were talking about before, you can just have too much in there. So maybe the foothills also continue. Got to remember all the areas on the other side here. We have clouds kind of up there too. That'll help to seal the deal. Pardon me. So let's deal with her control panel, right? Let's deal with the control panel first. Maybe kind of make it have a, not a weird shape, but just like an interesting shape here. It's got to have some buttons and doodads on it. I mean, otherwise, what's the point of a control panel? Like two really small ones. Bear, I think you might be right on that, you know. Don't want to do too much. Let's give the control panel some straps up this way. Straps down here. What do you guys think of that? Look good, change it up, do something different with it, remove it all together. Kind of like the silhouette of her spacesuit being pretty clean, but maybe it'll be ovular, oval shaped, to kind of match this element here. No, Bear, that's fine, man. I get you on that completely. Because the more you add, the more it takes away from what's important, which is this here. So maybe an oval control panel. I'm unsure. Pardon me. For now, though, I'm kind of liking the idea of these like sweeping clouds here. So let's pump those guys and let's pump up the jams. Get them in. I'm going to use my teeny little 5/0 brush because I want some nice thin lines for that. That should work. I'm going to do these cats kind of a sideways in the direction they're blowing. It's weird. It's like got to get not too much, just enough. These nice light lines here. There we go. Just kind of get them in there, not even worried too much. There we go. Some more this way, so we know the clouds are extending. Firmly etch them into the background. Good deal. The main one rainbow colored. Actually, Bear Bear, that's not a terrible idea. Because I love the idea of an alien planet having a very alien sky. You know what I mean? We don't have rainbow colored clouds here. And not like garishly so. But decent enough. Enough to make you know that this is very alien to our own home planet here. Good old Earth. Earth is my alma mater. I'm going to make it a little bit darker here around this guy's hand and claw. I think it'll make the claw stick out just a pinch, which is a good thing. Pardon me. Sorry if I'm turning this around, you guys have trouble seeing it, but with this, it's very hard for me to keep it static like I normally do with the marker drawings. And I can't forget to have it come this way. Oh, sorry guys, it was a YouTube commercial. We're now listening to the theme from Journey to the Center of the Earth. Yes! Which is an awesome flick until the end. It made me kind of hate on it a bit. Actually, it made me hate it a lot. Somebody kills my favorite character in the movie, and this villainous character gets no comeuppance for his crime. Makes me so angry when that happens in a movie. Okay, so I think that's looking a little fuller, a little richer already, just a pinch. Let us move on to the big planet up top, this gas giant. Bear Bear, I like the scorpion horse idea. Go with that. So let's move on up here to this big old gas giant. And I'm just popping it in with the O3. I don't want it to be too thick here. I just let these lines disappear. No reason for them to be so full, you know. I know when I color things, I'm not doing the flood fill. You guys will see tomorrow. But I don't like to use just the flood fill tool or anything like that. That's just not how I roll. Okay, so that adds just a little bit here. Well, let's add some crater texture here to this. Just a wee bit. Till RoboCop 2, you like it until the very end. Is it because is it because your favorite character dies? Pardon me. Yeah, hopefully Bear tomorrow goes well. I'm looking forward to it. I've never done digital coloring even on the regular Markers of Monsters episode, so I'm excited to give it a try to do the digital color. I've just been in that mood lately, guys, coloring the Eerie postcard, which I need to actually share with y'all. Definitely got me in that let's do some digital color mode. Let's do some digital color, man. There we go. That is good. I can live with what's happening there on that planet. Oh, are you talking about the Kane or the guy who works at OCP or whatever it is, the business guy, or the woman? I think there's a couple of them that get no comeuppance. You're right, Nathan. That is irritating. I hate that. Like, I am here to watch RoboCop kill bad guys. I don't want to see bad guys get away with it. And that should help definitely right there. That's going to be good. Okay, let's get in some like space bats up in here. Just a few, like we discussed. Let me see if I can erase these lines first so we see what we're working with. Oh, these are racers, man. Keep breaking. Jesus. Yeah, I hear you on that, Nathan. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's the one that I'm like, dang it. Villains need a horrible comeuppance for their crime. Okay, there we go. We can add just a wee bit of texture here. Let me get out a pen. Hi, Super Scrub. How you doing today? Thanks for joining in, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're having fun. This is day 3 of working on this. I'm finishing up the inks, and then tomorrow, 3 to 5 on the stream, I'm going to be digitally coloring all of this. So if you're around tomorrow, feel free to join in. It's going to be fun. So these are just like a little bit of shading here on these mountain peaks. Give them just a little bit more than empty. Like I said, even though it's going to be colored digitally, I still want it to look good as its own black and white drawing. So just a wee bit of shadowing there. I think it'll go a long way for that. And then we can do similar things down here on these foothills. Just some... just zip in just a wee little bit of shadow. Doesn't need to be precise. I'm not worried about it. It's almost more like a texture at this point than anything. And then this one down here is going to have probably the most amount on it. As the further they come towards us, the darker they get. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a blast. We're going to have some fun with the colors. I always like coloring outer space because I hate, not hate, hate's a strong word, folks, but I don't like just a solid black space with stars. I like space to be like purplish red or blue or have some just interesting weirdness in there. Did you guys ever watch Barbarella is a good example, but Star Crash with my 70s girlfriend Carolyn Monroe in it? But space is any color but black in that movie, and I love it. Space is like green and purple and crazy looking. And then David Hasselhoff gets in a lightsaber fight with robots. Star Crash. I love it. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that helps kind of pull the drawing this way just a bit. I can't forget to add just a little bit up here. There we go. That's pretty good. I dig it. Just looking at her face here, let's get the lashes a little bit thicker. Same with the brows. There we go, that's good. Thicken some of these parts up so they stand out a little more, which will be good. Pardon me. And then, let's get those space bats put in. Now these are going to be fun because we can just kind of imply their look here with their silhouettes. And I agree, not too many is a good idea. So we're going to do 5 of them. It's going to be a nice big old set of big ones. This one's kind of smallish, and this one's small to medium. Yeah, I love Carolyn Monroe in that wardrobe, man. She's in a different sexy outfit every single scene. It's great. Now, I had the pleasure of meeting her a couple of years ago. I got an autograph. I, of course, got an autographed picture of her in her, like, slave girl outfit from Sinbad, or the Golden... Is it the Golden Voyage or Sinbad in the Eye of the Tiger? I cannot remember. Hang on. I believe it's the Golden Voyage of Sinbad. It's the one with 4th Doctor Tom Baker as the bad guy. Love it. Big fan of those Harryhausen Sinbad movies. They were on all the time when I was a kid. And love those monsters, man. But yeah, Star Crash, great flick. Great looking outer space. All right, so there we go. Add in some of those guys just to give it a little more. Pardon me. Need to crack. Okay, last but not least then. I've been putting it off and putting it off. We need to work on this control panel. Gosh dang it. Pardon me. Good times, folks. All right, so let's just nip this thing in the bud and just do it finally. We're going to have this come down. We're going to make the sides not squared. There we go. That's good. And let's do, yay, that. Good deal. Oh, I love At the Earth's Core, Nathan. I'm a huge Doug McClure fights giant rubber monsters fan. And that one has Carolyn Monroe in it, of course, and Peter Cushing. They drive a giant drill machine through to the center of the Earth. Now, I actually have, if you're ever interested in seeing it, man, I have the Warlords of Atlantis. It's the one that you can't get here in the U.S., where Doug McClure fights big giant rubber dinosaurs. It's a bootleg DVD I have from a copy in England, I think is the only country they ever released it in. Like, I don't believe you can get it in the States on Region 1 VHS. I think. I know it's pretty rare, but maybe there was a VHS release. I hadn't heard of it. But yeah, I definitely have that on DVD, which is awesome. It's not the best movie, but considering its rarity, I'm happy to have it. If that makes any sense. Okay. Bear, I know. A scorpion wolf horse. Awesome. Next up, you should draw a mer octopus. That's your challenge. Also, I just came up with an idea, folks. What about a mermaid who is a were octopus? Like, whenever the full moon touches the moonlight, the mermaid turns into like a were octopus or a were shark. That would be a fun. I'd watch that movie. I'd watch the heck out of that movie. Right on. No, it's not a Region 2 DVD, man. It's a Region 1 DVD. It's a bootleg copy. I don't think it was ever released here, but yeah, this is a bootleg copy. I've only got a couple of bootleg movies, and they're just because I can't get them elsewhere. Like, I have the a bootleg of the Hammer movie, The Devil Rides Out, with Christopher Lee in it. I don't believe they ever released that here stateside. But I have that one as well. That one's pretty good. It's a Christopher Lee fights a devil cult movie. And it's by Hammer, so you know it's good. Scorpion Wolf Death Horse would be a movie? Yes. It would be made by the Asylum. Okay, so we're going to get this weirdo control panel in. It's been bugging me for too long. I don't know about you guys that are artists out there, but sometimes you just gotta like make a decision and say to heck with it. Like, this is what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna fret about it. I'm just gonna throw it in there, and what's gonna happen is gonna happen. And that's exactly what I did here with this thing. And then let's have it have some straps that go up into this control panel here. And then it's got, of course, buttons and doodads on it because it does. There we go. It's very classic hammer. I dig it. I'm a big hammer guy. I mean, I'm a big everything guy. I'm just a big guy. But, yeah, I don't know. I love stuff like that. I like the Hammer movies, too, that aren't quite the famous Dracula and Frankenstein ones. Like, I'll watch, like, Plague of the Zombies, or The Reptile, or Rasputin the Mad Monk. Like, there's something about the look and feel of a Hammer that's just, I don't know. It's like a bowl of hot chicken soup on a cold day. If that makes sense to anybody else but me. Okay, there we go. She's got herself a control panel. I like it. I dig it. I'm going to zoom us out here a bit so you guys can get the full imagery. You can probably see it pretty good for the most part. You're missing maybe like an eighth of an inch at the top. So what do you guys think it needs? Like, just from a perspective, an art perspective, for the black and white image, like what is this thing? What does this thing need to make it kind of, I don't know, pop, or does it need anything, you know? You guys tell me what you're thinking. I'll zoom us out one step here so you can see the whole thing at once. Boom. That should do it. Get it squared away. Do I need to make her helmet bowl a little thicker? The dome on the helmet? I think that might not be a bad idea. So there, let's make one tighter. No, then that's too much. Yeah, I think the helmet dome needs to be just a wee bit tighter. For your movie, which is also an audio drama. Interesting. Toxic Waste Werewolf, a love story. Let's see if that did any trick. Yeah, I like that a little more. I like that a little more. It's just a little richer, a little fuller. I think that will definitely work. Don't know what movie's on TV, but some guy is shoving a lady in an oven. I don't think it stuffed Stephanie into the incinerator, because that's a real movie, and I've seen it, and it's terrible. Get a little bit of that glass look going there. Good deal. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to make a little guy peeking out. And oh, that's cool. The R2 Hammer black box set. Ooh. Color me intrigued. I wonder what's on that. I do have the Witches. I have seen it. I have the VHS, and it's pretty cool. You're right, Nathan. We got to get us a little creature poking his head out, huh? We get just a little extra to the glass there. Yeti versus the Toxic Waste Werewolf. I would agree with that, Bear. Let's have our little creature. I think he should just be here. And I think he should be pretty small. So let's do something like, how about we do an eyeball kind of on tentacles. There we go. That's it. Boom. Yes, sure, Bear. That sounds good. I don't know what fake sponsoring is. Yeah, the Witches is a good one. It's got voodoo stuff, which I love voodoo stuff. Okay, there we go. Just a little guy poking his face out. Let's get the 01. And I think he ought to have some eyelashes. Just a little eyeball creature. Thank you, Nathan. And yeah, I'm going to have to check out that black box set then. I'm not sure which one that is. Like, I'll have to look, but that sounds great because I love the lesser known Hammer flicks. Let's see. I've got a couple of the Quatermass flicks. I've got Rasputin, Prehistoric Women, The Witches, The Reptile, Plague of the Zombies. The Lost Continent is a cool one. I like that one a lot. And then I've got a couple of the Dracula flicks. Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. I like that one. It's good stuff, man. Hammer. Gotta love them. Okay, do that to get these in. Okay, you guys, I am personally happy with this. Oh, I gotta sign it. Gotta figure something interesting out for this. How about right here on her bag, this piece of paper that's coming out of her bag says, hopefully you guys can see that, Colin 18. And let's give some esoteric like symbols of weirdness here. Let's see here. Hold on. Yuck. Hopefully you guys can see the Colin 18 there. That's fun. I dig it. It's an upside down signature. I like that. Boom. Boom, shakalaka shaka boom. Okay, so maybe do we need anything else here, guys? How about I don't know, a ring of little windows around the top of the rocket ship? Or am I just starting to add too much and I just need to stop? I don't know. I'll think about it. Usually when I do a drawing at this stage of it, and I'm not going to do it here because, you know, I wanted to keep all of this live streaming so you guys can see the entire process. But one thing I like to do is I like to just like put this in a drawer or just set it aside for like a day or 2 days and just not look at it. And then when I pull it back out, it's like, oh, okay, those are the areas I need to finish up. Those are the problems. Like, this is what I need to work on. So I don't have the luxury, since we are going hog wild tomorrow, gang, and we are coloring the crap out of this sucker. It's going to be fun, and I'm desperately looking forward to it. Yeah, I think you're right, Bear. I probably am going a little overboard. I get so excited, and I just want to keep adding and just keep drawing, you know. It's like my little world that I've created, and I love that. But yeah, too much is too much. I need to quit while I'm ahead. Give a little bit of texture here. I don't know, the windows in the rocket might not be a bad idea. I will add those. And Bear, I do like audio dramas. I have a number of the Doctor Who audio dramas. And then I have one thing I love listening on car trips. I have just a few CDs. Well, Star Trek dramas, but old-timey radio detective shows. There we go. I like that. That works. And that's it. No more monkey business, Colin. She is inked. Leave it be. But yeah, I love old-timey radio detective dramas and stuff like that. Are very cool. Very fun. Okay. One more thing. No, just no. Stop it, Colin. Somebody take this paper away from me. I guess all that's left, honestly, is just to do a final erase, but I will do that off camera later. I promise I won't add anything else, but I will make sure that it is fully erased. I want to make sure it dries completely. Before we erase everything. But I like it. I'm liking it. One new character. How about he was just a regular old bear and then he became Kung Fu Bear. So there you go. That's your idea, Bear. But yeah, I had fun with this. I really enjoyed working on this. I love this kind of retro sci-fi stuff. So we are at 3:53. So let's see. The last inking session was about 2.5 hours. So just in inking, we've got about 4.5 hours, which isn't bad. I don't think that was bad at all. And we've got about 2 hours worth of concept, design, and drawing. So that's pretty quick, you guys. So that is... what is that? 4.5 hours, 6.5 hours into this, something like that. Not too shabby. I'm happy that it is coming along. Now the color I think is going to take a while. I doubt we're going to get this whole thing colored tomorrow, but like I said, I want you guys to be along for the journey from blank nothing paper to finished product. So if we have to live stream again another day, depending on my schedule, maybe Friday. Don't hold me to that, but we can have fun with that. So this was a blast. If you guys have any comments on this, go for it. I'm going to set it aside before I start monkeying with it even more. Okay, that felt good. Come here, sketchbook. Let's do some sketching. Yeah, so we went from this paper, this page right here, all the way to that over there. So that's pretty cool. This guy was fun. I like that idea. Sure, bear, knock yourself out. All right. Let's do... I don't know, let's just do some sketches here. Yeah, sure, I always like drawing monsters. Why not? Okay, so if anybody has anything you want me to doodle for them, throw it out there, because, you know, we're going to have a couple more minutes. It's so fun to sketch. Hopefully that's visible. Let's see what this thing's going to be. Let's draw some weird alien thing. So it's this pod-like thing here. It's got these slender tentacles that come out of it. Slender Man-like tentacles. Just boom, throwing it in. That it can walk around on. It's got an odd number, so let's do 5. 5 tentacles, like an astro brain, that it can wander around on. And then it's got this pod-like thing up here. And then it's got even more tentacles that come off the top. And these have its sensory organs. So it's got like an eyeball here. An eyeball here. An eyeball here. Man, I like things with eyeballs. An eyeball here. And then let's make this thing kind of like a mouth slash grabber, kind of like an elephant's trunk. It's filled with little spiky bits in there. Now let's make this thing have strange, like, plant-like things around it. There we go. And there's your monster. Good deal. Nathan, Phantom Frog Monk from the planet Gear Force. Wow. So, is that a real thing, or is that a... I've never heard of that. So is that like a weird... Is that like something you just made up, or is that like an existing piece of media? I guess. Phantom Frog Monk. Phantom Frog Monk. Okay, let's see. He's got eyeballs, as most things do. And he's got hair right there. And he's got Buddhist prayer beads on. And let's give him those like rings, those iron rings on the hands, like monks have. Hi, Sue the Kitty. How you doing today? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We wrapped up the inking earlier. If you'd like to see the finished inking product, let me know, and I'll pull it out. Right now, I'm just doing some quick sketches, so just feel free to yell whatever out, and I will doodle it for you. Okay, so there's a Phantom Frog Monk. Right, he's got a belly button, and then, oh, look at this. He's a phantom. His body is smoke. But he's coming to kick your ass. Oh, and he's from the planet Gear Force, so let's do some gears. Boom. Just some weird gears here and there. I don't know why. But there you go, Nathan. Yeah, sorry, that was a bad turn of phrase, Sue the Kitty, but there it is. Pardon me while I whip this out. Yeah, here's the finished ink piece that we are going to color tomorrow. Ah, 3 to 5 p.m. right here. Same bat channel. Different bat time. And yeah, we're going to color this bad boy digitally. It is going to be fun. Oh, and thank you, Sue the Kitty. I appreciate that. I think it turned out pretty cool, and I'm very happy with it. He's got long hair. Yeah, I have fun working on stuff like that. Exactly, Bear, because why not? Because I think it's creepy. Like, that's just it. Like, I think that's one of the ways you can make a monster creepy. Is, you know, you expect certain things. Like, there's a good section of our brain that that looks at, like, say, the human face. And it's devoted to identifying the features of the human face and, like, you know, saying that's a face and identifying these subtle differences between, like, two people's faces so we can tell who they are. Stuff like that. So there's this part of our brain that's looking for things like that. That's, like, programmed since caveman times to do that. So when you warp it, when you make it different, when you make it what someone's not expecting, you know, it turns it creepy, right? And so, like, you have all these eye stalks and you expect, oh, another eye, and there's a mouth. That's creepy. Let's take that to its logical extreme. I like that. And thank you, Sue the Kitty. I am happy with it. So let's just, boom, put in a human face here. Let's see if this works for creepiness factor. I don't know if it will or not. It's an experiment. Right, so we have ourselves a head, a face, This guy's got a nose. He's got a mouth. Let's make him smiling. A little bit. Not the best face in the world, but hey, we're just going crazy here. Let's give him eyebrows. And an eye. Again, not the best face. Just a quickie, whoomp, there it is kind of deal. And so we expect logically on the other side of this face there to be an eye. But let's change that up. And let's see if it makes it creepy or not. I don't know. Let's give it a mouthful of sharp teeth instead of his other eye. And I'm hoping, I think what the goal is that, you know, as a person, we're used to looking at this and seeing this, like, this lateral symmetry. When you warp that, I think it does something to your brain. Like it starts to take you into that uncanny valley territory, and that's a good thing for drawing monsters and stuff. You want to make people go like, "Whoa, that's ugh." You know? Yeah, I don't know how creepy it is or not. It was just a thought. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I like when things are kind of you know, maybe a little bit different or whatever. Where there shouldn't be a mouth, there's a mouth. Where there should be this, you know, something different's there. All right, folks. Well, it's about 4:07. I was going to stream today till 4, so I think I'm going to start wrapping this up today. Thank you all for joining me. Let's get one last look here at this guy. This will be our drawing tomorrow. We are going to get in there and we're going to color this bad boy. And it is going to be good and exciting. I'm still wearing this crown from earlier. See, I get my head in there. And I feel like a king. So that's going to be good. We'll see y'all tomorrow right here. Markers of Monsters on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, all the fun places. And 3 to 5 p.m. we're going to get right into it, and it's going to be awesome. If you're around earlier, I might pop in a little bit earlier, maybe 2:30, 2:45 p.m. Just check, see. Yep, and if you can get here earlier, great. If not, it's all good. We're just having fun hanging out, but this will be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. Thanks again, everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Goodbye.